So can you guys see my screen? All right. So welcome to the NodeJS bootcamp. Finally, we are kickstarting our event. So first of all, let's meet our organizers, facilitators. I myself, Bashir Aliu, and Ojerumu Isaac. We are the organizers and also facilitators of this course. We might have someone to meet us later on along as we're taking the courses. So for now, it's just me and Isaac that will be taking the course. So first of all, what is NodeJS? NodeJS is a cross-platform open source server environment that can run on Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS, and more. Node.js is a back-end JavaScript runtime environment, runs on the V8 JavaScript engine, and executes JavaScript code outside a web browser. Okay? So why should we learn Node.js? Right? First of all, there are quite a number of reasons we should learn, just like you are seeing here. And the first one says real-time applications. Real-time applications. So what are real-time applications? Or should I say, let me go forward and explain it. So today, right, the web has become much more about interactions. Users want to interact with each other in real time, like chat, gaming, constant social media, collaboration tools, much of that, right? So each of these features require real-time communication between users, clients, and servers across the web, right? So building a real-time application is really challenging because it's happened at a massive scale, supporting hundreds, thousands, and even millions of users, right? So the real-time communication between client and server requires fast and persistent input-output, right? Node.js is best suited for this kind of applications, right? So the synchronization process with Node.js is fast and in an organized manner. As event-driven, the architecture serves both the client side and the server side. Okay, so the second reason is low learning curve, right? So no matter what language you are using for backend application, you are going to need JavaScript for front end. So instead of you spending your time, maybe after you've learned JavaScript for front end, maybe you're using React or Vue, Angular, whatever front end framework you're using. So instead of you going to learn another language like Java, Python, learning its whole syntax from scratch, afresh. So it just continue with the JavaScript that you're already familiar with. Just grasp the concept of Node.js. So you see, that eliminates time for to take you to go and learn a fresh programming language, right? So thirdly, say performance and scalability. Node.js is built upon Chrome's V8 engine, powered by Google. It allowed Node to provide a server-side runtime environment that compiles and executes JavaScript at lightning speed, right? It's very, very fast. The execution is very, very fast. So the V8 engine compiles JavaScript into native machine code instead of interpreting it or executing it as bytecode, and that makes Node really, really fast, right? So lightweight JavaScript achieves high performance with fewer lines of code when compared to Java or C. So the performance and scalability is very, very optimistic, right? Then we have what? Like we have useful single code base, right? So using Node, it's easy to send and synchronize the data between server side and client side coding. So you say I'm going into more talking. I just want to explain these concepts, right, before we dive into code, right? One of the uses of Node while we are learning it, then we'll jump into the code, right? So as I was saying, using Node isn't easy to send and synchronize the data between server side and client side coding, right? Because of using the same language, JavaScript on both sides, your source code will be cleaner and more consistent. You will be using the same naming convention, the same tools, and same best practices. The time of the developers is saved to a greater extent because of this feature, right? It saves more of your time, right? So next we have well suited for building microservices. As we discussed, right? So NodeJS is highly scalable and lightweight. That's why it's heavy favorite for microservice architecture. So companies and a lot of companies and developers prefer to use NodeJS to run their microservices. Okay, they prefer to use it because it's highly scalable and lightweight. Okay, so lastly we have data. So just like array in a data structures, streams are the collection of data. To handle this data, it requires top-notch input and output data processing method. Okay. Hope you are getting that. Node.js comes to rescue since process, which allow users to transcode media files simultaneously while they are being uploaded. It takes less time compared to other data processing methods for processing that. The I/O, that's the input output task, tremendously. Okay, I hope you are getting me. So what we are going to talk about on today's introduction is modules. Right, we're going to talk about modules in today's introduction. So modules in Node.js is a simple or complex functional in single or multiple JavaScript files used throughout the Node.js project. So what this means is, like, in simple terms, in order for you not to confuse yourself, in simple terms, modules in Node.js are simply files. So that's a way to look at modules. They are just files. That's what modules are. Hope you get me. So that's it for the slide. We will jump right back into the coding part. Okay, he said the screen is showing my face. Oh, at the right part, right? This is where you're talking about. That's just an icon. That's just like an icon. Okay, that's like baby's setting. So I'll stop sharing my screen now and share my coding workspace so that we can get to that. So before that, do we have Node installed on our system? Hello guys, do we have Node? So can you see my screen now? Say you can't see my screen clearly. Although I'll stop sharing it now, I will share my screen again on the coding parts. Yes, no, I'm having yes, no. Okay. Yes, 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 no. Abiodun, Oyemi, no. Olamide, no. Okay, Kabiru, no. Okay. So I think a good number of us have installed Node, right? According to the response I'm seeing here. Yes, I stopped sharing my screen, right? I stopped sharing my screen. I want to share my code environment now. So I think with that we can start something today, right? Since what we are starting today is from basics, so others can still do their setup. We'll guide you through before Monday. So we can do something now, right? Okay, just give me a minute. Let me share my screen. So can you see my screen now? Can you see my workspace? Hello? Alright, so I'm zooming it. So now, to get started, I'll go ahead and create a new file. Right, so I will name it app.js. Started. So to get started, let's test and see our app is running. So what I'm going to do is do a simple console.log and said hello Node BootCamp. Right, so I'll save it, head over to my terminal, and I'm going to run node app.js. Let's see what happens. And as you can see, hello Node BootCamp. So it's running, right? So let's go ahead and start explaining modules. All right, let's go ahead and start explaining modules. What I'm going to do first is this. I'm going to create 3 name variables. So first of all, let's say half lorem equal to lorem, we have ipsum equal to ipsum. Okay, can anyone hear me? Because someone is complaining there's no more sound. Can you guys hear me? Or is it only Temitope? Okay, so Temitope, I think is from your own end. Right? It's from your own end. So lorem and ipsum. Right? So we're going to create a function now. Let's say our function name consts, let's say hello, right? Going to give it names, going to return names like that. Uchi is also complaining, can't hear anything. Am I the one cracking? Let me get from others. Can you guys hear me clearly, or is it cracking? Okay. So definitely, if you are having network issue, it's from your own end. If you can't hear me clearly, it's from your own end. Hear me clearly. Let me drop a message quickly. It's from your own end. Okay, so if you can't hear me clearly, it's from your own end, right? Yes. All right. I'm gonna log in something here. Okay. So I'm going to do let's see. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Just a minute. Okay. All right. So yes. Oops. I'm going to explain this in a minute, please. Just let me finish it up. Where am I getting this error? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Because like my function is not correct, right? Sorry, so what I did here, I declared what function that says hello to our user, and then I went to this and with two users and I revoked the function here. I invoked the function here. Then I went here and created, I created it in the wrong file. Let me cut it. I'm supposed to put it here. These names. I'm supposed to put those names here. So if I run this app.js now using the command node app.js, we are getting hello dear John, hello dear Lorem, hello dear Ipso, right? Let me get this function from here. and paste it here. So I want to get this off, this and this. So when I do this and I have the functions here and here, will this app run? According to your own thinking, what do you think? Will this app run? I'm waiting for a response. Hello guys, can anyone hear me? So I said the way the setup is like this. Maybe I had everything in app.js, but now I'm separating it. I'm bringing the names that I created here, that I declared here, and I'm bringing the function here. So if I run this, okay, yes, right. So yes, the application will not run as expected. So if I go ahead and run it, you can see an error, right? It's generating an error for me, so it won't work. It won't work, right? So what I want to do is this. So I exported these names here, right? I use module.export. Then I'm exporting the lorem and ipsum. So I want to go ahead and do the same thing here for the say hello function. So I'm going to use this module dot exports equal to what? Say hello, like that. Say hello like that. Then I'll go back to my app.js and do what? I want to use the names and the proper.js in my application. So what I will do here is I will require them. I'm going to import them by using a function, right, called require, and inbuilt function, the global function require. So what I'll do is this. I give it a name. What name? Right, like that. Require. Then I'm going to do dot / so on the current directory I'm getting the what, the names, right? Dot / as you can see it's from the current directory, I mean the root folder. So dot / names. So I've imported the names, right? So I can now use the name in my function in my app.js. Then I'm going to do the say hi to. I'm going to import it. Or say hi is equal to require dot / proper, right? Dot / proper. Then what? After doing this, will the app still work? Let's find out. If I do, it's telling me what? Lorem is not defined, right? It's not defined. So what we're going to do in order for it to run, since we know that this those names like lorem and ipsum, they are contained in what? This our names module, right? So what we'll have to do in order for it to work is this. So we're going to console show you something first. I'm going to log this out first and say what names dot ipsum. So if I run this, I want to get ipsum back, right? So if I go back to my console and run, so you see, we see ipsum, right? So meaning now it will work. I can either do it like this and console it, or I can go ahead and do something like this instead. Let me comment this and comment this also. I can either destructure it like this, right? Like this, or the name. So I'm going to get ipsum and what? Lorem. Which will equal to require / names, like that. So log it out like that without using. If I do my log and what's ipsum, for example, if I call ipsum, go back to my console, run it, you can see I'm getting ipsum, or I get lorem. Save it, go back here, and what? We are getting undefined, so meaning I'm spelling my variable incorrectly. So let me go back and check how I spelled my lorem. Okay, there's no E at the end, so I'm adding E. So if I correct it, save it, now I'm running it. Okay, what's the problem? Just a minute. Let me see what's the error I'm getting. Oh, I didn't change the name here. So also like that. So lorem. Yeah, thank you, Olamide. So lorem is what running now. So you can either destructure it from up here like that, or you use this once. Is your choice. But to me, I prefer using the names than the dots, right? So I'm going to take this out like that. Uncomment this. So the thing is, when we are exporting, we export only what we want to export. So from here, you see I'm only exporting the lorem ipsum, and this variable here I name, don't let it out, right? I don't want to use it in the app.js. I don't want it to be visible to any other module, right? I just want to use it just within this module. So you export what you want to use. You don't need to export everything out from your module, right? You choose either functions, whatever, to get out of your module to the module you want to use. Okay, hope I'm making sense. So now let's see our say hello, right? Should also what work, since we've exported it here. So we want to run it and see what will happen. So node app. Okay, we are getting lorem not defined, so not defined, because what I'm doing here is I'm using these names. I'm not destructuring it. So in order for it to run, I need to use my names lorem and also what names dot ipsum. like that. So rerun it, and I'm still getting what lorem is not defined. So why is my lorem not defined? What did I do? From here. Okay, this is the reason. It's getting this one from this console log, but no need to log out this one. Just want to show you this. Hello. So now our app is running perfectly. I thought someone would ask me about this variable here, this one that I just declared, say hello, that I'm revoking with my function, the name John. But it seems you guys understand, right? Since I'm passing in since I'm passing in a single parameter, so I'm using John to fill it in to get my name variable instead of getting it from the function. So one more thing I want to do is this. Let me create, so let's name it Olamide.js, like that. And I'm going to create two things, an object and like a list of items, right? So first of all, I'm going to do this. My items is equal to first item. Yes, the session is currently being recorded. Okay, I think I have network issues. That's why you can't hear me. The session is being recorded, so you get it after the class, after we're done. So what am I doing? First item, then my second item, like that. Maybe you add a third item, third item, that's, and I want to do something like person, right? It's equal to name lorem. Going to do an image. Maybe his ID and city. I don't know. Maybe imaginative. Like that. So let's leave it like that. So I just want to demonstrate that you can export other things, not just like variables or functions, right? I'm using items here and a person object. So I'm going to do my module exports should be equal to this person object, like that. Here's what I want to do. This person like that. Single person. Single person, like that. Right. So if I go back here on my app.js, want to do something of this. I'm going to do require. Slash calamity, so like that, and I'm not doing something bug person, so login depends my like this. Okay, so what do you think will happen if I run this code quickly? So I've did what? I exported this person here, right? This person here, and I'm calling it here without assigning any variable to it. I'm just doing require Olamide. What do you think will happen when I run it? Is the code going to run, or are we going to get a bug? Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello? Will run. Okay, it will run. So let's go ahead and try and see what will happen. Let's test your theories. Say node app.js, and yep, you are right. Our app is running, right, without doing the require. We are requiring it here in our app.js, right? So running it because we are logging it out here, right? We have invoked this person. We've invoked it already. So another way to do an export is this. From the up here, I can do my module dot exports dot my items like that. So you can see, no, I didn't run it, so I mistakenly didn't run it. So why is this happening? Something is wrong somewhere. I'm coming. So I'm getting a simple problem here. I don't know why, but once I fix it, I'll let you know. You can export your module just directly from here. But if I do it now, something strange is happening. Right? This is what's happening. Right? It's logging in from me. So I don't know what why I'm getting that. So I'll just leave it as before, like this. So due to the inconvenience of today's meeting, the way I expected the turnout, it didn't happen. So we would have used a better medium to communicate, like Google Meets or Zoom. So with that in mind, next time we'll have a better way of running a workshop or bootcamp. So I really apologize. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. I sincerely apologize. Okay. So yeah, the meeting is great. Although the way we communicate, right, is not convenient for a lot. So I see some of them already left. And thank you for coming. Thank you for attending. Thank you for listening attentively. So do you have any question? Anything you want to say, please? So Chibuzo, you have a question? Go ahead. Okay, Alamide, you want me to go through the codes quickly again, right? The thing is, okay, what we'll do, Chibu, just drop a message from me on the, just drop your question on the WhatsApp group. Since you can't use voice here, then I'll get to it and answer it. Yes, it's recorded.